بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على خاتم النبيين أما بعد. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear brothers and sisters, today I bring you a message of balance. You have to actually be balanced in an environment that is chaotic. And usually with the advent of technology, it becomes more chaotic. So it gives you all of the pressures of life, all of your phone ringing, everything is actually ringing around you. It doesn't give you a solitude, meaning to say from morning to night, a human being is not supposed to be entrapped by all of these technologies that give you interface. Technology is made in order to ease your life, not to actually pressure you more. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam affirmed this statement of Salman al-Farsi radiyallahu an when he stated to his friend Abu Darda radiyallahu an, he said, وَإِنَّ لِرَبِّكَ عَلَيْكَ حَقٍّ, verily your Lord has a right on you. وَلِنَفْسِكَ عَلَيْكَ حَقٍّ, and your soul has a right on you. وَلِأَهْلِكَ عَلَيْكَ حَقٍّ, and your family has a right on you. فَأَعْطِ ذِي كُلَّ حَقٍّ حَقَّهُ, so give every single thing its due right, meaning in proportion. Take the first statement, that your Lord has a right on you. What kind of rights have you given to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? You give your rights to everything else. You give your rights to any corporation they want. You give your rights to your professor, which are all good things. But did you give your right to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Do you wake up for Fajr? Do you put your alarm on for Fajr? Or do you sleep right through? It is no point in growing your beard and actually not waking up for the morning prayers. Very important that you also try to make tahajjud, that you actually wake up in the middle of the night at least once a week. If you can't make once a week, make it once a month, so that you will get into the practice of praying in the dead of night. Ibn al-Qayyim said, the one who will be praying at the dead of night, he will also be given the reward that is hidden. But that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you a reward that will give you the benefit of hidden reward. Why is that? Because you have done something in the middle of the night, hidden from all of the eyes. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will also prepare a reward for you because of praying in the darkness or in the jawful layl, meaning to say in something that is at the center. So it's a balanced approach where you actually try to get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's how you give the right. You do the right by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by reading the book of Allah, to increase yourself. You don't increase Allah by reading His words, you increase yourself. So you give that right. You stay away from haram. This is, you give the right to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You actually do the right by your community and by your friends. This is, in a way, this is also giving its due right to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But your soul needs it. You study geometry, every other thing that you want to study to get ahead in life, to get a small paper and then move on. But why don't you actually also study some books that give you some spirituality, that give you some nourishment? Why is it that you're always stuck in a dilemma? Oh, I'm going to do it later. Oh, I can't really read the Quran, but after a while I'm going to start, but I'm reading it, but it's a bit weak. So the problem here is that we are not been able to read the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Very important to give that right. Secondly, when it says that give your soul a right, give your soul a right in terms of actually nourishing your soul. So you need time off, you need time to think, you need time to do the right thing, you need time to actually explore what your soul is all about. You need time, quiet time, rather than interface always with computers and television and always on. You need time to actually contemplate, why are you here, what are you here, what is your purpose, and then motivate yourself to do something that is good for orphans, good for poor people, help the blind, do things that are actually, this is the form of da'wah that actually strengthens the human bond, and it strengthens you because you do the right by yourself, because you have to actually strengthen yourself. If you're weak, you're unable to strengthen somebody else. Thirdly, that you have to give your family its due right. Sometimes you come in and just watch television and you have no time with your wife, or the wife, you don't have any time with your husband because you're just lying in bed, just watching television, looking at somebody who's trying to act another role that is not real and just fake and fictitious. So we're living a life where people are actually just talking about themselves in a fictitious form. And then you leave your own spouse to be watching another program and another television somewhere else, and then you expect your marriage to actually flourish. It just does not happen like that. And then you expect your kids to love you down the road. It just does not happen like that. You expect your wife to be caring to you at the end when you never even contacted her in terms of any kind of communication within the house. It just does not. You have to feed it. You cannot actually go to a rose and say, I'm going to give you water. You have to give it real water. You can't just talk water. So you have to give this communication to your family. Sometimes just take them out for a camping trip. Try something new and be with your family and away from all of these plastic interfaces so that you can make a bond. Throw the television out of your house and actually bring your family closer to you. And at first you might have some kind of withdrawal symptoms because you're not watching television, but believe me, down the road you'll have a lot more time to actually develop yourself, know how to read, know how to write, know how to speak, know how to actually love your family. So this is a holistic view. And then the hadith end with that: give every single thing its due right. So your friends, you give the due right. Your neighbors, you give the due right, and you give the poor the due right. So this is a balanced approach. Islam is actually about balance, and it's about you today. So if you're unbalanced, look at yourself within these sphere of the hadith itself, and you will see that where am I unbalanced? Am I unbalanced towards my Lord? Am I unbalanced towards myself? Am I unbalanced towards my family? Am I unbalanced towards my community? So wherever you're unbalanced, make yourself balanced. Do it today and you will be a happier person tomorrow, and you will be the happiest in the Day of Judgment. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you health and happiness. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.